Good morning, people. Welcome to another day in the life. This is Glenn here before you. Um, Beautiful morning, a little crisp out, but I guess it's going to warm up a little later. Um, how's everybody feeling today? Just checking in, just to talk about some of the things that are going on um, at the job. We have finally we've got a lot of these positions filled that I'd been explaining before that I was having issues filling. We were getting bombarded, seeing patients, um, having 2 and 3 hour waits because we were short 3 and 4 team members. Have one team member that's been on leave, seems to be forever. Um, but the team, for the most part, held it together, and 2 weeks ago we hired one person. No, I'm sorry, 3 people. 2 weeks ago we hired 3 people, and last week another person was hired. So we have our 4. So now we're in the process of doing our training and getting them up to snuff. Um, During the course of it, we've had a few snafus, but things that we eventually handled. Um, so that piece is coming along. Also, I've not even really even mentioned it, but I'm also preparing, along with my wife, um, for our 30-year anniversary get together with family and friends. Um, that's going to happen the first week in May. We'll, exchange our vows and things at the church. Then afterwards, there'll be a reception, wedding party, and all that other good stuff. And then we'll probably wind up spending a weekend down in Atlantic City, just enjoying a weekend together, and then it's back to the grind. And other issues and things going on, you know, can't really move forward without talking about all the craziness with the politics and what's going on with the White House and what's going on with Elon Musk and um, the FAFO movement that's been happening for the last couple of months. Um, I really don't see any of this changing in during this period, because you have a whole new administration. They pretty much are wrecking stuff. The stock market is still crashing. Um, all of the stores that decide to support to quit supporting the DEI initiatives. Um, Foot traffic has been reduced. People who were not happy to hear that they've decided to withdraw the initiatives and to go other directions. You got black people and other people of color just deciding, you know what, screw them. We'll just go somewhere else to shop. Um, Up to date, Target is over $15.7 billion. Is it billion? I keep getting that. I think it's $1 billion they've lost since people have just decided to not go there to shop. Um, Same thing with Walmart. I don't know if it's to that bad of a degree in McDonald's and any of these other places that have decided to forego or do away with the DEI initiatives. And I think that others have forgotten who else were being helped with those DEI initiatives. Women in general, including white women, yes, including white women, were being helped by those initiatives. And they're all finding out because they're all losing their jobs. So if you go on social media, you have so many different content creators just posting things about white America being up in arms because they're either losing their farms, they're losing their jobs. Then you got other people who might have people that are getting deported because they didn't think that it would hit them, because they all thought that the targeted group is going to be the black people or people of color. They fucked around and found out. It's really sad because for a long period of time, people were telling everyone, especially the Republican voters, that Project 2025 was coming and it was going to be an issue, and if you were smart, don't vote against your interests. And the fact that you had already seen this movie before with Donald Trump when he was in the White House the last time, from 2016 to 2020, I believe it was. He wrecked shit. And then you got people who are making up the ridiculous notion that the economy was crap when it was the envy of the world at the end of Biden's run. You listen to these news stations. I always call Fox an entertainment television program instead of news, because they don't report the news. They report alternative facts, fake news, lies, propaganda. But again, you get so many people who just believe everything that they hear on that show. And you know it because they say the same talking points when you're together with them and you guys are having we're having conversations. My own son decided to vote Trump, and I tried to ask him, did you bump your head or something? I'm just in shock that he did that. So I'm wondering what he's thinking right now, because I've really not asked him since the election, and since all that has gone on since the election, how he feels about things. Right now, he just got engaged, and I'm happy for him. And I'm wondering what that dynamic is, because his fiance is white. She's a wonderful person. Her name is Morgan. She's just an awesome person. She's really good for him. She takes good care of him. They have a good rapport. They have a great relationship. And I wish them both the best. But I'm wondering how much of an effect she had on him making that decision to do that vote. But in fairness, we always raise our son to be independent, think on his own, have his own mind. And he was always left of center. He's never been a person to just bow down and roll with what everyone else is doing. He tends to do his own thing. So I guess in that vein, he's just being who he is. And I'm proud of him, and I'm happy for him, and I just wish them both luck and success in whatever they decide to do moving forward. And maybe I'll be getting a grandson at some point, because I'm waiting for that too, so that would be great. The newest thing that I've been hearing about is this executive order that Trump signed to end this desegregation of in federal workplaces or something to that effect. I guess I can say thank you, honestly, because I don't feel no way about it. I mean, because to be honest, that's how it's always been. As quietly kept as it is, that's how it's always been. I really don't care to be in the same spaces with certain people, and it's unfortunate, but what did they think that was going to do? Did they think that was going to be something that was going to upset black people? Get us in the streets marching? But yeah, that's what he wants. He wants us to get in the streets so he can do his whole martial law shit. Well, sorry, Orange Man, we're not gonna buck and jive and do all this shit that you expect us to do. Like I told you, black people are sitting down for the next 4 years. We're on to your shit. We're on to the game. And the thing about it is, black America's not afraid. Bring the shit. That's where our mindset is. We're ready. You do whatever you need to do. My wife said to me the other day, maybe we should go to the gun range and just start learning how to shoot and purchase a weapon just to have in the house. Just in case bold, crazy people decide they want to come into your space and want to try to shoot you. As crazy as that sounds, it's really not, because in the climate that we live in now, anything goes, and it's unfortunate because that's the tone that's been set by this administration. They're doing what they've always done. They lie, they cheat, they take shit that don't belong to them, and they steal. Just like they're on this grift, stealing money from the government in our faces. And the fact that Congress is sitting there like their nuts got ripped from under them, and they don't know what to do, like they've been neutered. I don't understand how Congress is sitting here letting him doing this. I don't understand how the Supreme Court voted to have him have immunity for anything that he does, immunity against prosecution for anything that he does while he's in office. So he's free to go into the coffers. He's free to have people lose their jobs for no fucking reason. He's free to send Elon Musk out to be able to go into private information of American citizens. Trump is now worth over $50 billion, because remember when he came in, he was only worth a little over $1 billion or $1.3 billion. Where's he stealing this money from? Musk got all these contracts worth over $240 million or $1 billion. I think it's $240 million. I forget the number. But they're doing it in our faces, and nothing's being done about it. I don't understand it, and we got to deal with this for 4 years. The rich is going to get loaded. Um, Going back to that whole stock market thing, since we're talking about this, I think that this is a ploy. I think he's purposely trying to tank the market so that anybody who's rich can go in and buy up all the stocks while they're low, and then fix shit and do everything the way it's supposed to do for the stock market to rebound. As sick and twisted as that sounds, that's probably what's going on. And what is anybody going to do about it? Nothing, because they've made it so he can do whatever the hell he wants and won't get in trouble. Meanwhile, he's getting rich as fuck. Poorer getting poor. I just don't understand it. American people, I don't get it. I don't get it. What happened to the decency of people? What happened to, what the Constitution is really supposed to stand for? I thought we're supposed to all be looking out for each other. I thought that our president was supposed to be looking out for the American people and protecting the American people. I thought there were supposed to be 3 branches of government that actually ruled. They've just been made so impotent. They're weak. Anybody who decides to speak up, they get censored. They allow MAGA to get into Congress. I mean, you can literally see this happening over the last few years. You literally watched this shit happen. And it started with the Tea Party during Obama years. And then even they became weak because the MAGA group came, and now I'm wondering who's going to be after MAGA. Can you imagine how ruthless they're going to be? Watch what I tell you. Just like those attempted assassinations on Trump. I think those were made up. I think that those were a ploy. It'll be curious to see if anybody else tries to take him out while he's in office. And be quite frank, I wouldn't blink if they did. That is an evil man. He doesn't give 2 shits about anyone. He's the biggest grifter going. And what's so frustrating is America knew it before they brought him back into the White House the second time and still voted him in. He despised Latinos and people of color. He hates women. He has no respect for women. White women knew that at the time of the election. Black women have been saying it for the longest. Don't vote him back in. Black men have been saying it for the longest. Don't vote him back in. Democrats have been saying, don't vote him back in. During the same time, they let us know about Project 2025 that was coming, and they denied it and tried to distance themselves from it. They told you everything that was going to be in that manifesto. Election comes, lo and behold, he pulls it off again. Now there are rumors that there's been some cheating going on. What else is new? There have been some rumors that Elon Musk spent over $240 million to buy his election. But the other side has been cheating. But you notice how the other side, the left, the right hasn't said a word since the election. And at the same time, once the election was over, they're the first ones saying, yeah, 2025 is real. The same ones who were denying it, but you know better. But it just makes you look at what half of America feels. They feel just like he does. They don't like black people. They don't like people of color. They want things to go back to the way they were. We're doing mini Jim Crow right now. And it's going to be interesting to see how far they go with that. But I will tell you this. Black America ain't going for that shit. We're just not. And right now you see a lot of protests going on only because white America is just shocked that Trump betrayed them. Now they're marching, wondering where the black people are. And our answer is going to be the same as it's been since the end of the election. We did our job on November 5th. You were supposed to do yours and you didn't. The Latinos were supposed to do theirs and they didn't. Now they're the main ones asking where the black people are. We're home sitting on our asses for the next 4 years. We're done doing the work. None of it makes no sense. I don't understand it, and I don't know why people don't use their common sense. It's good and bad. It's white and black. It's that simple. It's cut and dry. You saw what Trump was about the first time around. Reckless, incompetent, disrespectful. He is not presidential at all. He showed his ass the first time. He wrecked the economy the first time. Not to mention the 34 counts he had against him that somewhere was just wiped away all of a sudden. Then you had Harris and Walz. They were going to continue a lot of the Biden stuff. He brought the inflation rate all the way down. Broke the jobs record. Got a nearly $2 trillion infrastructure bill signed, and you got projects going up all across the country, especially the much needed railroads need to be. They're so far behind. You got some structures that are over 150 years old, like going into New York, going into Baltimore, places like that. Their railroads are so old. The tunnels are so old. It's just a matter of time before you can't use them. So the fact that got done, it's going to get done. So by 2037, I think they said everything should be done. It's an undertaking, but it was much needed because people kept pushing it, kicking it down the road, and we can't afford to have that happen now. So this was just a rant day. It's just what I've been feeling, and I need to get inside and get to work. And if you like the content that's being dropped here, subscribe. It's the only way my channel can grow. Hit the like button and share if you feel that the content is good enough to share with other people. Gonna try to drop again later today. I want to get in the habit of dropping at least 2 times a day, and I just want to see how these algorithms work, because I'm not dropping consistently enough. They're not really picking up, and I listen to all these content creators, they'll say you got to drop at least once or twice a day. If you can do a third time, that's even better. The more content you have out there, people start picking you up. And I really need to start getting serious about this. And man, I've had so much going on that I've really not thought about dropping. But every opportunity I get now, when I'm just sitting around doing nothing, I'll find something to talk about and drop. But you guys go on and have a wonderfully blessed day. I know I'm going to try to do that. Until the next time, be blessed.